with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. What's up, cuties? Welcome to Chit Chat with QT. Join me as I discuss hot topics, celebrity news and gossip, reality TV show recaps, and more. Everything that I discuss are my own personal opinions for entertainment purposes only. Now, before I get started, please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and sit back and enjoy. What's up, cuties? Happy Saturday, Philly girl for life. Hey, Philly girl, I see you, sis. Welcome, guys. You guys know I am so unprepared. Give me 1 second. Damn, every time I sit over here, I get a little bit warm. Give me 1 second. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. All right, I'm ready now. I am ready. Happy Saturday to you guys. I hope your Friday was amazing. Mine was. I went out, had a good time. But let me say hello real quickly. Hit the like button on your way in. And we're going to get started with some early Saturday morning hot topics. Also, this evening, I have it set for both channels, but I may change it. I may change it to the backup channel. Not backup, to my other channel, QT TV. I may just have it over there. Some explosive news have come out. It is all alleged. We're going to do a recap of everything that happened on this week 1 of the Diddy trial. And Carson Blue has gone viral this week when it comes to her thoughts on the Diddy trial. And late last night on social media, Again, this is alleged. This is alleged. But I'll just give you guys quick points that I'll be talking about tonight. Again, we'll go over the recap. But real quickly, you guys know that Cassie dated Ryan Leslie before Diddy for 3 years. All right, so we'll do an age check real quick. It's been alleged that Cassie got with Diddy when she was 19. That means when she was 16, she was dating Ryan Leslie for 3 years. And Ryan Leslie is 10 years older than her. Diddy, I believe, is 16, 17, somewhere around there. Anyway, she dated Ryan for 10 years. Child, it's so much. News broke on Twitter last night. This is alleged, child, because Cassie got a whole lot of money. That allegedly Cassie and Ryan were into similar activities as her and Diddy, but they just used to call it the or. And I'm going to say something in between G's. Or and something in between G's. Was this a lifestyle before Diddy? We're going to talk about that tonight. Was this Cassie's lifestyle? Okay. That's all I'm going to say right now because I got a lot to say. But I do want to know, for those of you that'll join me later, does that make a difference when it comes to if it was an or / something else in between G or a FO for recalls? We'll talk about it tonight. So join me. Let me grab that real quickly. If you are not subscribed and if you're not doing anything on your Saturday evening, join me tonight on QT TV. I have it set right now for my main page and that page, but I think I'm going to do it separately. So join me. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. All right, let me say some hellos, and we are going to get started. Shout out to 91 of you that are joining me right now. Shout out to the Cutie crew. Cutie crew. Ooh, I'm going to have to go live with you guys at some point. But I'm not going to say what it entails in this live, but I do want to ask you guys, not only the Cutie crew, but everybody, please keep our Cutie crew sister Danya in your prayers. And I will discuss more with you guys later because she gave me permission. Please keep Danya in your prayers. Hey, sweet tea. Hello. So we'll go live. Cutie crew, stick around after this live. It'll be a quick one. About a 15-minute live or less. And I'll let you guys know what's going on when it comes to Danya. But Danya, we love you, sis. I am praying for you. Everything is going to be all right. So just keep her in your prayers, please. Say a prayer, not just keep her in the prayer. Say a prayer. All right, let me remove this. Also, you guys can definitely, if you like, chat, that super chat button still works. If you would like to make a donation to the channel, feel free to do so. You can also cash app me at cash app. The name over there is QT2. But let me say some hellos and we're going to get started. Linda Gamble, the legend of the mods, is here. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much for being here. And yes, please do not mention any content creators in the chat. Thank you so much. Square B is in the building. I should have known, child. I should have known Square Biz was going to be here when it comes to Porsha. Square Biz, I do have Simon on my list today. So I'm glad that you are here, sis. We shall discuss. Mama V is here. Sharon. Hey, Sharon. Happy Saturday to you. Gia. Hey, Gia. Let me see. Gia. Okay, that's not you. Did I see Miss Lady in here? Miss Lady, I need what your daughter wants on her shirt and size. Please, ma'am. Please. Who else do I need? Give me 1 second. Because I'm looking at my spreadsheet right now. I'll discuss it in members only. We're going to jump on live in a minute. But Miss Lady, I need that, sis. Let's see. Let me go back up. And after Gia, we have Alan. Hey, Alan, you representing from Philly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We appreciate you, bro. Robin is here. Hey, Robin. Bridget J is in the building. Hey, Bridget J. How are you? Cheryl Canada. Oh, the cutie crew. Love you guys are representing. Annette is here. Good Saturday to you as well. Thank you, Annette. Peace, love, and light. Hey, peace, love, and light. Happy Saturday, Philly girl for life. Happy Saturday, Philly girl. We had an amazing conversation, child, the other night. Thank you for the advice. Thank you for the advice as well. I needed that. Philly girl say discernment. I heard you says loud and clear. Avis is here. Happy Saturday, Avis. Felicia, I am Queen Tori. Ham Sandwich. Hey, Ham Sandwich. Star Child in the building. Chi-Town represent. Ream Bass. Good morning, Ream Bass. Donna Pitts. Okay, I'm still going. Let me say my hellos because I'm not rushing like a power hour. Sweet Tea is in the building. Hello again, Sweet Tea. Happy Saturday to you. Miss Lady, happy Saturday again to you as well. Let's see. And I see the praying emojis for Danya. Please pray. Please pray for Danya. And Danya, I love you. I do. Okay. Let's see. And thank you guys for that. Patricia H. Patricia, I put a message out there for you yesterday. I need to know the deposit name because you gave me, if I'm not mistaken, the name that you wanted on the shirt. But I need to know, what did you send your deposit under on Cash App? So let me know so I can mark you off as paid. And then I'll also need your size. You can DM me on Instagram. Gia, thank you, Gia. I want to see if it was still working, child. Thank you, Gia. Thank you so much, sis, for the super chat. Happy Saturday to you as well. I appreciate you. Money, 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 money. I see you laughing, Gia. Thank you, Gia. Girl, I be working hard. Okay. Tyra Simone, good morning to you. Charnel, good morning. Sweet Essence, good morning. Hibiscus, good morning. Look, you guys don't know what you be missing out on when it comes to our members only. We had a time. Did you? Okay, I'll check the post, Patricia. We had a time in members only last night. Shout out to Let's Be Clear for the topic that took us here, there, and everywhere. So shout out to the cutie crew. Okay, TB, Miss Lady J, Queen Sidnor. Happy Saturday to you. Okay, let's see. A couple more. Silky Boo. Hey, Silky Boo. Yay. I'm glad you caught another live. TB, hello. Lady Virgo is in the building. Lady Virgo done updated the avatar, baby. Looking good. Hey, Lady Virgo. Virgos represent. Okay, let's see. Okay. I think I got everybody. Let me go down. Nope, I didn't. Darlene. Hey, Darlene. Good morning. And Christy Michelle. Happy Saturday to you guys. I have the fur babies locked out. They scratching at the door and everything. And they going to stay their earths right on out there. All right, Philly girl, I'm going to read your prayer. And we are going to get started. And Philly girl, you know I'm praying for your mom as well. I'm praying for Aunt Debbie and her procedure. I'm praying for Tyra and her dad. Everybody, I promise you guys, you are in my prayers. Philly girl said, Father, in the name of Jesus, we stand in the need of prayer for Danya. Keep her covered under your precious blood. No weapon shall prosper against her or her family. Thank you for that, and amen. Just listening. Hello. All right, let's get started, guys. Thank you, Philly girl. Yes, you do. Val, looking good. You hear me? But we're gonna hit it and quit it real quick on some hot topics. You guys know this week we've been talking about Halle, Bailey, Dee G, all of that. I'm just gonna touch and go because Porsha Williams woke up this morning and chose violence when it comes to Shame'a. She chose violence, child. But I want to start something off on a high note for me. And I don't know if it is a high note for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and put up my copyright disclaimer banner. I'm going to go ahead and just flash my little copyright disclaimer. Everything that I share will be covered, under the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Fair use is allowed for teaching, researching, commenting, news reporting, all of that. Baby, when I tell you, when I saw this yesterday, and I was trying to get this song together, I think I will try to get it on my phone. Did you guys see this? The largest antebellum plantation home in the country burned down. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. I cheered. I celebrated. I want to bring up, let me see. I'm doing something on my phone. I want to bring up a clip of this. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the breakdown. I just want to get this ready. Let's see. Let me mute. 1 second. All right, let me see what you guys got to say about that. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? The largest plantation has burned down to the ground, child. And I know I don't need to get over here and tell you guys what a plantation was, what it represents, any of that. Any comments, any thoughts? How do you guys feel? This is in New Orleans. And I'll go ahead and hit play. Shout out to the Shade Room. But it says a fire has destroyed the main house at the Nottoway Plantation, the largest antebellum plantation still standing in the United States, built in 1859 by enslaved people. All right. What's going on? Okay, I think this is it. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm trying to find something to play. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, well, I'm not going to be able to have my little side effects that I wanted, child. But the roof is on fire. We don't give a... Let the mother effer burn. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's what I put in the comment sections over there. Let it burn. These plantation homes have been used for tours. They've been used for weddings and receptions and all of that. And no. So I don't know how you guys feel about it. I do get that it is a part of history, but for me, the history was too grueling. The effects, the life of a lot of our people after escaping homes like this. And yeah, I'm okay with it. Let me see what you guys are saying. But as I mentioned, this is in New Orleans. I'll go ahead and finish. They say the fire broke out on Thursday, shortly after 2 p.m. The staff that was there, they noticed smoke that was on the second floor museum room, and then they discovered the flames. They said that this fire may have originated in one of the bedrooms on the second floor, but the causes remain under investigation. There were no injuries. And they said, while its early history is undeniably tied to a time of great injustice, over the last several decades, it evolved into a place of reflection, education, and dialogue. And that was said by the president of that home there. But it was 31 acre property, and it was known again for its historical significance. They said it had a lot of amenities, fitness centers and restaurants and bars and all of that. So what are you all's thoughts? Maybe I should have done a little more history. My feelings are still the same. But if it was currently owned, if the home was currently owned by, let's say, one of ours, and they were using it in that manner as a museum to teach, and that it is what it is. But for me, I still feel the same. So I'm going to read, hey guys, Grace, I'm going to read a couple comments and we're going to move on. Lavinia said, good morning. My cousin and I toured the Whitney plantation a few years ago. You had to leave from the grounds because you couldn't take it. See? I don't want to see when it comes to this, because look, when we walk outside every day, we see what our ancestors built. When it comes to this country, that's a whole different video, a whole different time. But no, I don't want to see the main house, the back house, the fields, the cotton fields, none of that. Quick side note, I'll never forget, my dad was from Mississippi, and I'll never forget, we were going on a family trip there one summer, and he actually stopped and showed us cotton fields that were still standing. And I'm sure there's still some, today. And even back then, I think I was in 5th grade, 9 or 10 years old, somewhere around there. Even back then, I felt some type of way. So ham sandwich, I'm with you. Come on, ancestors, do your thing. That's just me. Let's see. Okay, Linda Fletcher, I'll start your comment. I'll start your comment for when we get to that. Hey, April. Christy Michelle said, I don't believe they know how the fire started, but sorry to say there are many more that need to be done away with. Yes, there are many, many more of these plantation homes still standing. If you guys don't, if you remember, Bell Collective, last season on Bell Collective, you guys remember when they went to New Orleans and they actually stopped at one of these homes? And if I'm not mistaken, Real Housewives of Potomac, my dog acting a fool. Real Housewives of Potomac, Giselle's dad, may he rest in peace, I believe that they toured one as well. I don't need to see that. That's like, I can't even watch Roots anymore. And I'm not ignorant. I know what happened back then. But I don't even like Django. And I watched that movie with my dad. I'll never forget. And just his eyes while watching that. My dad was a proud man that really didn't go into detail as far as the things that he and his siblings and parents went through growing up and living in Mississippi. But, I don't like to revisit that. So let me put this up. Let me let this little critter in, because the scratching on the door is getting to me. So give me one quick second. Come on in. 183 of you guys are watching. If you're in the bushes, hello. Hit the like button for me. And give me another quick not even 60 seconds.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna, because then to see me walk?
You guys let me know if that music stopped. StreamYard, don't start that ish.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. but can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad.
All right, I'm back. StreamYard, don't start that ish where you start playing and cutting off of me. I'm gonna do a little cleanup. But yeah, for me, look, I could care less about it burning down, and I, for one, hope all of the others burn down as well. I just do. Okay. Let's see, where do I want to go next with you guys? And I'll check before I move on and see if all right, I'll put this one up here. If you guys had any more comments, let me double check before I move on. St. Charles Street is nothing but plantation homes. That would be so hard for me to drive by. You know what I mean? Wow, you think about all of the lives that were lost and the things that they had to do on those plantations. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? How do you go visit a place like that and don't feel some type of way? You know, no judgment for those that's gone and got something out of the experience. For me, it's going to take me to a sad state. You know what I mean? You guys have several there in Texas, Linda Gamble. Wow. Hey, Flower Bloom. Linda Fletcher said, Orange Man is erasing Black history, so for the devil's house to burn down is BBQ, a barbecue. Yeah. They are still there. What, Gia? Okay, Rain Bad say she and her 92% child line dancing. Why she doing? Okay. Shout out to the 803 guy. I just saw a video of him. I didn't realize, well, I'm sure he married, but nice looking young a man. Looked like he probably in his late 40s, early 50s. I just saw it this morning. Hey, Cinnamon Swirl. You can't watch it either? Roots, Darlene? Yes, absolutely not. I can't do it. And I did watch Django. I did watch, what was it? 12 Years a Slave? No, I don't think I watched that one. But I watched Django. And yeah, no, I can't do all of that. There's nothing for me that I want to go. We know what our people went through. And look, when they introduce movies like this in current time, you open up that to a lot of other sickos that, you know, that this is a Cutie Crew members only or a Patreon type of story. But yeah, it's a no for me. So burn. But as I mentioned to you guys, we've been talking this week when it comes to Halle and DDG. And DDG is proving more and more each day how much of a nutcase he is. I'm going to show you guys something that was trending on Twitter a couple days ago. And then also just give you guys a quick update. So shout out to Simply Beautiful. Simply Beautiful brought this to my attention when I was live the other day, as far as the judge temporarily granting Halle physical and primary. Let me bring it up real quick. Custody until they go to court on June 4th. Let me bring it up. Okay. So yeah, shout out again to Simply Beautiful. But Halle has been granted temporary sole custody of son Halo following the allegations of the ABUs. And she got proof, ring cameras and everything else. Hey sis, Pink Diva, are you in the Shy? Girl, if you in the Shy, go back Maxwell Street. I want you to order a Jewtown Polish as well as a pork chop on both of those, extra onions, extra mustard. Then swing on by and get you being spectator child. Swing on by and give me an Italian beef. I want you to eat all of this for me. Get you an Italian beef dipped hot with sweet and hot peppers. Then drive out south, go to home of the hoagie, and go to the Italian Fiesta pizza spot for me. Please, sis, have fun. Pink Diva is enjoying her wedding anniversary in Chicago. But anyway, she was granted temporary, Hallie was granted temporary sole custody when it comes to everything that she's been going through with DDG. Hallie came out, showed where this guy broke into her home and took a picture of her bed. Took a picture of her bed. I think I got it. And she wasn't there. So broke in her home. And, said, oh, now I see what you've been on. Then they got into an altercation. I hate to say altercation because most times it's one-sided. But bruised her arm as well. And we know that he made her chip her tooth as well on the steering wheel of his car. Called all type of bees and every damn thing else. Also, last week, Mother's Day, he sent her a picture, links to videos of Brent Fayez, who DDG felt like, oh, you messing around with him. He said, this is foul. Bet. Then he said, you think you hurt my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. What is it about DDG? And I'm going to show you guys in a minute. With his quest to ruin images of women that's been with him. He told her this is disgusting and evil. Now, he got all of this just from social media. And if Hallie is dating Brent, good for her. Because again, DDG been out here with several different women. But I want to show you guys this first. Then I'm going to show you guys a video. But DDG used to date Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose posted this same damn near identical picture of bruises from when DDG manhandled her. I will go ahead and blow this up. Let's see here. Oh, shoot. Give me 1 second. I'll blow this up. Let me blow it up. Come on now. All right. So you guys see here on her arm, almost in the same damn spot as Hallie's, he did the same thing to her. But she told you, well, at the time she sent this to him. I told you how a Negro did me and you do the same ish and make fun of me while doing it. In my something. The same ish he did. Telling me, I can't even see all of this. Ain't no Negro will ever love me. That I'm a 304. All of the same ish. You haven't been something, have some, I don't know, child. Anyway, she sent that to him initially. But let me show you guys what he responded with. Because again, I want to show you guys the similarities of and the track record of DDG. So after Ruby posted those pictures online and posted her message and all of that to him, she also posted a text message that he sent her. And or DM, I believe. And then this is DDG at the top. I'm going to read it to you guys. Welcome. Hey, Cricket. You guys hit the like button for me. But he said, I get you mad. But I'm telling you, Ruby, I'm not la-la. I'm a F your whole career up. If that don't tell you this guy's intentions when it comes to women that he deemed more successful than him, Hallie absolutely is more successful than him. Ruby Rose has a good rap career going, and she, I don't want to say uses, but she's on OnlyFans, and she's made money. Now, he's the one that told her to start an OnlyFans page, then allegedly ended up getting jealous, but she made millions on OnlyFans, and they said at one point she was making $1 million a month over there. I don't know what she was doing, child. But anyway, he said, I'm a F your whole career up. Don't do it to yourself. I got love for you. I really don't want to do you bold online. I'm telling you, it's going to be bad, Ruby. Just stop. Same thing he been doing to Hallie. Okay. So anyway, she said it's already bad, blah, blah, blah. He said, and she said, I'm going to go live and tell people that you hit me. He said, if you go live, bro, just know you really lost me. Like, who gives a damn? Like, for real. You're going to lose all respect from me and anybody I F with. So again, I'm just showing you guys the track record, but I also want to show you guys something else that was creepy as heck. Do you hear me? Is this it? Hold on. Let me bring it up on my end. Let's take a look at something else that DDG did in his past, child. Well, he broke into Hallie's home, popping up what he think Hallie is. And look at this. Take a look at this. Again, everything that I'm saying is alleged in my own opinion. But I want you to see this, guys. This young lady was sitting and having lunch, and DDG had a thing for her. This was about 4 or 5 years ago. Take a look. Look at her face. Look at her face. Look how she looking.
What are you doing?
The Negro pull up with a camera.
What the fuck?
And pop up.
What are you doing here? Are you serious right now?
What?
You just gonna come and sit down? How'd you know I was here?
You guys see this? How did you know I was here? He didn't popped up and pulled up a chair. Oh, this is from 2017.
You went on my Snap and you found out I was here until you came? That's just a little creepy.
It is creepy.
So you don't text me?
What did I text you for?
So you just pop up on people?
I'm just saying, I made sure you by yourself. I was looking at you through there.
You were looking at me through where?
The Negro said he was looking at her through there at first, at the place next door.
So you just spying on people. Now what if I was with somebody?
Your camera making me look like a little weirdo and shit.
You just popped up on me while I'm having lunch. That's not weird. You just think how you feel entitled to just pop up on people.
I'm just saying, I want to see. I don't do this for everybody. That's what I'm saying.
I just wanted to show you guys the behavior of DDG. And it looks like he been doing this. Yes, Miss Lady J. Wow. He been doing this. That is 8 years ago. 2017. And I showed you guys when he was with Ruby Rose. Same thing. And now Halle Bailey. So prayers going up to Halle. I believe their court date is June 4th. She has more evidence. This is where he's dumb. She has more evidence since being granted the restraining order because he's been using his family to come after her online. But I did notice that once it was put out there that not only did she have the restraining order, but the stipulations and all of that and how he wouldn't see Halo and this or that, it appears that he's asked them to stop. So they all made videos. All of them made videos. His brother came out here fake crying and all of that. Is one of his friends said Halle is the one that was hitting DDG, but his brother said neither one of them hit her. It was so much going on. She got all of that. She got all of that for her court case after. So that's just who he is, Lady Virgo, a little Martell in the making. And the manosphere has rallied around DDG, from what I understand. Popped up, child. Everything is not content, Philly girl. And he is a content creator. I used to give him his props because he was one of them that took YouTube by storm and rich from it. But, no. Everything is not content. And even the way that he's used Halle and his baby, he needed this. Hey, Brittany Janae. So anyway, we'll see what happens with that. He is a creep. He's giving creep squad. What else did I want to touch on real quickly before I want to close some windows? Before I get to Porsha and Shame'a, the friendship is done. Okay. Now, a lot of us started off saying this is storyline. This is storyline. And I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get to the Porsha and Shame'a. Let me read a couple of you guys' comments before I move on. But as I mentioned, join me this evening. We will be having a week 1 recap. I will say Cassie looks amazing here with her beautiful daughters, and she's pregnant. Another deep dive that we're going to take this evening that's been going around on social media is, are pretty girls believe more than, all women are pretty to me, more than the average? I'll put it that way. That's been going around as well, that they feel like people have this compassion and just believe everything when it comes to Cassie because she's a pretty woman, innocent looking, all of that. I also told you guys, if you missed the start of my video, that they are saying, allegedly, that when Cassie dated Ryan Leslie before Diddy, she was 16. They were together 3 years. Ryan Leslie is 10 years older than her, and allegedly they participated in or let me say something in between G's. So I want to know tonight if you're going to join me, or something in between G's, the same thing as freak offs. We'll talk. Child, I'll tell you one thing. Well, child, I don't know if I could be a juror because I've been here, there, everywhere when it comes to my thoughts on this. Shout out to Love B. Scott. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But let's go ahead and get into Porsha and Shame'a. I'll bring them up. Oh, real quick, hit it and quit it. Here is Kang. Now, me and Danya and Pink Diva, we love us some Kang, child. Couple others. Quad and King. This was at Quad's birthday party. They look amazing. They look amazing. So kudos to them. I know a lot of you guys say, he a scammer, child. We wants no parts. We wants no parts. So before I bring up what Porsha said this morning, I'm going to read a couple of you all's comments on the DDG. Let's see. All right. Okay, Philly girl, you ready? Let's see. Okay, that could be. Join me over there this evening, Flower Bloom. Hey, Doris. Good morning. Good morning. Sweet Tea say, so sad. Lie down with dogs and wake up with fleas. My mama used to say it all the time. You hear me? Sweet Essence say that's very stalkerish. Linda Gamble, that is stalking. Mama B with a shock face. Ring Bass say he been crazy. So yeah, we'll keep our eye out on it. Look at Pink Diva fast. Girl, if I'ma tell bro. I'ma tell your hubby. Get out here talking about some Hey Kang on your anniversary weekend. Let's go ahead and get into this. We'll follow. I'm on DDG's Earth, okay? So I'm definitely gonna continue to talk about it. But as you guys can see, I'll take this down for a minute. The friendship is done. The friendship is done. This going back and forth when it comes to Porsha and Shame'a is real. So Porsha and the rest of the ladies were given the episode to watch tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode. So they are given the episodes a couple days in advance so they can watch it. And Porsha saw something in there that pissed her off. And it is Shame'a talking about Porsha's mama. So I want to know from you guys, I asked this question before. Are moms off limits just because they're moms? Let me know. Are moms off limits? Put it in the chat before we get started. And to my Patroni Cuties and Cutie crew. You guys know we will be watching tomorrow on Patreon. But let me know. You guys know I can't talk and think at the same time, and I'm trying to do so much. Let me know your thoughts on that. Hold on, guys. And then I'll get into everything that's happened this morning. Is this where I want to go? Give me 1 second, guys. All right, I got it. Okay. So if you want to join us in our discussion, the link to my Patreon channel is in the comment section. We do watch every Sunday, and we will see what Porsha has seen. Okay, tomorrow. But quick note, we will also be watching Divorce Sisters on Patreon starting June 10th. And then King's Court is in July. I plan to add a little more. I think my Patreon, well, I'll talk about that later. But let me know your thoughts. Let me see what you guys are saying. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. Because this is now a post and delete. Porsha has deleted the post from her main page. Let's see. Let's see what you guys. Sorry, not sorry, team. Porsha here. All right. Christy Michelle said moms are off limits when moms learn to stay out of whatever their daughters have going on. All right. Sharon say team Porsha. Look, I asked that question before about Messy, Earth, Wanda. Because I said Wanda the type of mama baby. Somebody will be ready to put them paws on them, mama or not. We do know Mama D, Candace, Mama. It's a lot of messy mamas. Tokyo Tony, all of that. So I do think there's a limit. For me, I was, always told to respect your elders and all of that. I'm middle-aged now, so a lot of these ladies just a couple years or so away, so I don't consider them elders, and they can get them paws. That's just it. See, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. What you mean that's different, Keisha? Did you say something earlier? So Wanda different, but see? Look at that. Keisha, stand on it. Ooh, child. Philly girl for life say, if the mamas don't start, nothing won't be nothing. I agree with you, Philly girl. First of all, thank you, sis. Thank you so much for the super chat. Money, 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 money. All right, let me get out these comments just for a second, and then I'll go back. But let me give you guys the lowdown if you did not know what was going on. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one up. Porsha went on her Instagram page this morning, and she said this. I'ma just say this. I'm watching a new episode, and she added Shamea'S. Now, don't take it there. Don't imply shit, capitalized, about Diane Williams. I've been keeping it cute/quiet, and you can do and say whatever you want about me, but hear me when I say wrong road, capitalized. Talking about, well, your mom thought my mom was a friend, knowing goddamn well what she did to my mom was highly egregious. What did Shamea'S mama do to Porsha mama? Now she said, don't do it. Keep playing victim and that BS. Don't F with my mom. And Porsha then said, you said it on TV, new episode 11. Now I'm saying it in public. Just stop. Fair warning, Shamea'S Morton. What are you all's thoughts? The friendship is over. It's done. V Jackson, hey V Jackson. You say the mamas definitely get it. Okay, I think you mean the mamas can definitely get it. V, don't discriminate. I'm going to read that one more again, just in case you guys didn't hear and see how Porsha put this. Hey, Sammy. Welcome to all of you guys. Hit the like button for me. Let me read that one more again, baby. Now, Porsha posted this and deleted it now from her page. But this is when I said, oh, shit. Yeah, this is not a game. This is not a storyline. What she said, Ruth, allegedly, Shamea we'll see who she was talking to tomorrow. But I guess they were talking about how Porsha is not a friend to Shame'a, and Shame'a saying that, well, Porsha mama wasn't a friend to my mama. Is that right or wrong? I see you guys are split. I'll get to these comments because I'm not rushing. But I'll read this one more time, and then we'll go through something else, and then we'll chat. I'll drop the link in case anybody want to come up as well. But I'm gonna read it again, child. Oh, child. Let me do it this way. That way I can enlarge it. This is not a game. This is not a storyline. This is very much real. Okay? So you guys see it on the screen. Porsha again said, I'ma just say this. And it seems like she posted this while watching, and this made her bring it to the public. I'm watching a new episode at Shame'a Morton. Don't take it there. Don't imply shit about Diane Williams. Those that don't know, Diane is Porsha's mama. I've been keeping it cute/quiet, and you can do and say whatever you want about me. But hear me when I say, let me enlarge this. Let me enlarge that wrong road. Wrong road. Wrong road. Talking about, well, your mom thought my mom was a friend, knowing goddamn well what she did to my mom was highly egregious. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't keep playing victim and that BS. Don't F with my mom. And she said it right here. You said it on TV. Now I'm saying it public. Just stop. Fair warning. Child, could Shame'a be the next person? Child, I done did all of that with this still on the screen, guys. My apologies. Could Shame'a be the next person that Porsha drag across a reunion stage? She pissed. And yeah, no. For me, this is no longer Porsha and Shame'a both using this for a storyline. You guys let me know if you think that. Shamea''s answer was this. Shame'a posted video of her and her real friend, Candy Burst. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to show you guys. Shame'a didn't say nothing yet. Last time I checked. Her answer was just showing Candy some love for her birthday. And she posted a whole montage of videos of her and Candy. They all getting money. They at the script club. Her and Candy everywhere. But for me, it was more about what Shame'a said in her caption. She said, y'all show my baby mama Candy some love. I'm not sure if it's a tourist thing, but she's a ride or die. Loyal, supportive, humble, kind-hearted friend that will drop everything to be there for her friends. She wants everyone around her to win and doesn't gatekeep. Is this an answer to Porsha? Child? She said everybody deserves a friend like Candy, and she will always be blessed. Happy birthday, beautiful. I love you, and I can't wait to celebrate with you. Now, I found it odd in the caption mentioning gatekeeping. That's not something that a person would typically say in a post to their good girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a message. It was definitely subliminal. Peace, love, and light. Definitely subliminal. And I think that what Shamea, in my opinion, let me say, allegedly, in my opinion, I think that Shamea was absolutely sending a message to Porsha. And maybe Porsha was attempting to gatekeep her position on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she wanted Shamea to remain friend of and not main cast. That was odd to me. It was, Sammy. You got to peep game. You got to peep game, little sis. It was definitely an answer to Porsha. All right. And we will continue to watch this. I'm going to read some comments. But speaking of Porsha, is Square Biz still in here, child? Square Biz, you ain't went down there and try to bond. See if Simon got a bond. Simon is still in ICE custody, child. It's been so quiet. It's been so quiet. Simon is still in custody. And while I read this, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. When I drop the link, I am going to read some comments. Bridget J, they beefing for real, sis. This is not a game. I'm split on the Shame'a and Porsha because I had to take a look. I do not like the direction that it appears that Porsha has been going down on Real Housewives of Atlanta. My main issues, though, with Porsha was the whole thing with Angela Oakley and I F your husband and all of this. You know, that was my main issue. Then I did see shade with Porsha, but I must admit, Shame'a been doing it too. So I can't wait to discuss this tomorrow on Patreon. But let me tell you guys about Simon. I didn't realize it was February. Simon was picked up in February. It's May. And he's still there. But anyway, this is courtesy of the Shade Room, which is courtesy of In Touch Weekly. And they say that he's reportedly still in ICE custody and is still waiting to learn his fate of being deported back home to his home country or not. Because of his detainment, Simon may have to let the feds escort him to divorce court. Baby, Simon may come in prison garb to court to handle his matters with Porsha. They said that a judge recently set a date for a hearing involving Porsha's pleas for her and Simon's prenuptial agreement to finally be enforced following her filing for divorce. The hearing was originally supposed to be held on April 30th, but Simon's lawyers requested that it be pushed back due to him still being under ICE detainment. His lawyer urged the courts to allow a few weeks' time so they can handle the deportation matter first, then focus on the divorce proceedings. So right now, baby, these celebs and their court dates and all of that, June is popping. Their court date is June the 11th. And they also ordered Simon's lawyer the judge did, to draft a proposed protection order that would allow ICE agents to physically bring Simon to the divorce hearings if he is still in their custody at that time. If Simon is out of their custody, but not able to make it due to him being deported, Simon is required to tell the court in advance so he can attend remotely. I just don't understand how come they didn't go ahead and deport him. All right, Square Biz, before I get to you, sis, welcome. First of all, let me get to some comments. Let me also get to Sammy's super chat. It's Aunt Debbie in here. Aunt Debbie. Hey, Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie. Let me know if you are home. And after, well, I'm going to have a quick 10-minute members only when we end this. Let me write it down and remind myself. But Aunt Debbie, I'm calling you anyway. Let me know if you're home and let me know if you'll be able to talk. And then once I'm done I'll call you. I'll call you. But welcome on, Debbie. Thank you for being here. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling stronger. Okay, Sammy said Porsha and her mama can get it. They both messy. And Cordell Ben warned us about messy Earth's Diane eating pizza on his good king size bed that had white sheets on the child. Messy mama's gotta go. Diane wanna be a housewife. Whoa, Sammy, Cordell was pissed. You hear me? When he walked in and saw Diane in his primary bedroom, sitting on his bed eating pizza. I remember that, Sammy. Thank you, sis, for the super chat. And look, Sammy said Diane can get it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sammy. Money, 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 money. All right, let me read some comments, Square Biz, before we get started. Sis, thank you for clicking the link. Let's go up and see what you guys are saying. I want to know, if you didn't put it in the comments already, do you believe that the friendship is done? Do you believe that Porsha and Shamea has gone from this to this? Friendship done. All right, let's see. Let's see. Why does reality TV always seem to come into play and ruin a lot of these friendships? Sweet Essence say, see, I hate that post and delete ish. She didn't say ish, but I did. Stand in on your shiggity. Now, this gives me attention for clicks and views, a click and a view to be trending. Yes, because all of the Instagram pages, Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, everybody then picked it up. All right, let's see. Square Biz is here, but she said Porsha lost a great friend. It was never a friendship among Porsha and Shamea. It was frenemies and jealousy between them. Good point. Good point. Shamea and Gerald, when did they get married? Was it 7 years ago or 11? Has Porsha been holding in? Because I think there's some jealousy there as well. I'm just going to keep it real. I think that Shamea has the life that Porsha has been dreaming of for years. And, you know, Porsha been kissing frogs. Cordell divorced. Simon on her way to divorce. Shamea and Gerald got a loving family, beautiful home. They're rich, mansions, all of the above. In my opinion, I don't think Shamea was a good friend of Porsha. Okay, Sharon, I simply can't ride for the type of woman Porsha presents herself to be. Okay. Lady Vi said that part, sis, Linda Gamble, they are not little girls. If you can talk that trash, they can get it as well. Okay. Diane implied comments about Shamea to watch her. Comments, yes. We saw that. She said, you need to watch her. So we saw that. That was Porsha, her mama, and all of that. So I'm going to let Square Biz speak, and then I'll read a couple more comments. But I thank you guys for joining me for this Saturday morning Hot Topics Live. Square Biz, I already know how you coming, sis. Go ahead, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts.
I feel like I haven't spoken to you for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Porsha, and I think it's all her mother, because remember when she had her show, and they were going to somewhere, and the mother, when we were going to Mexico, her mother refused to go with her, because I think the mother knew that Porsha was going to attack Dennis. So the mother stayed in the US and she didn't go with them. So on the show this season, when the mother told Porsha to look out after, watch Shamea, I knew the friendship was over for the mother to come out openly and tell her that in front of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's the mother who is behind it. She didn't expect her daughter to be where she is today, and Shamea'S will be all up there. So I think the mother is behind it. And also Porsha, I think it's just gotten to a point where she just can't hide it any longer. And then everyone keeps saying she's not a good friend. She's not a good friend. It just gets too much. And she decided, you know what, let me just move on. After all, people think I'm a bad friend. And she's been a bad friend to this woman anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I think her mother is really behind it.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. And I'll read Cece's comment. Cece says Shamea played on Porsha when she was hanging with Candy, Carmen, and the gang when they were joking about Porsha. Spare me with the everyone besties mess. Square Biz, do you think that Shamea has also played a part in the shade, the shenanigans, and the breakup of this friendship?
Not really, because what Portia did to her during season 9 was it was horrible. And if I was Shamia, there was no way I would have continued the friendship with Portia. And then she also didn't attend her wedding. That was a very big occasion for Shima, for her not to go. And I think her not attending Shima's wedding had to do with, because when they had a fallout from what Portia did to Shima in season 9. I think that was where the fallout came up, because according to Portia in last week's episode, she didn't go to the wedding because they had a fallout. And I think the fallout had to do with what she and Federia, when she went and she listened to what Federia was saying, and she didn't speak
Phaedra.
on, yeah, Phaedra, she didn't speak on her behalf. I think that was where the fallout came from. So what Portia was saying, that they were not talking at that time, it probably was true. Maybe that was the reason why she didn't go, because they were not speaking. And although it shouldn't be an excuse not to go, if I was Portia and I had a fallout with my friend and then she's getting married, as close as we were, I'll find a way to just let it go and attend her wedding. You get
Okay.
what I'm saying? So to me, she's wrong. I think
Okay.
Shima has been a good friend.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Season 9. Tell them real quickly what you're talking about in a way that you can say it on YouTube, because I believe I know what you're speaking about. Season 9. The conversation about Shamea that you just mentioned.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, season 9. Remember when the Fedira met with them and she said Candy and Shima were doing whatever with
Mm-hmm.
Candy's husband. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. I just wanted you to let the audience know, those that are in the chat. I do remember that. So Phaedra implied that, you know how Candy get down, child, the whole dungeon and all of that. That Shamea allegedly, goes back to season 9, participated in some activities. And so Square Biz, what you're saying is you don't think that those were Phaedra's thoughts. You think those were really Portia's thoughts, and she used Phaedra to put that out there.
No, 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 no. Those were Phaedra's thoughts. But then Portia, being Shima's friend, should have told her, hey, wait a minute. No, that is not correct. That's not true. She should have stopped Phaedra from saying that.
Got you.
Even if
Okay.
she believes that is true, you still don't do that to your friend.
Okay, got you. So, in other words, it's fair game. Portia has sat around and listened to people talk about Shamea. Shamea has sat around now, and I believe it's been going on for quite some time.
No, excuse me. Can I just say something? I don't think Shemia just goes there and she's talking about Portia to these
Oh,
women. The women are asking
hold
her questions, and it's a show. So she has
on,
to also contribute.
hold on. I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about off the show. So, I think that you would have to be, look, if Portia has been making Shamea feel some type of way, and this has not been the first time that Shamea has sat around and allowed people to say things about Portia. Shamea was on Candy's show before. There's plenty of videos. Square Biz, I know how you rad for the folks that you like, but I think that would be very naive to think that Shamea was just this awesome, awesome, awesome friend to Portia. And, there wasn't, because some people just feel like, look, if you can dish it, you should be able to take it. You know what I
No,
mean?
I
So
have I have never seen Shimi. Where did she sit down with
I don't have time
Candy?
to, yeah, I don't have time to look for it, sis. Do a search, child. It's been out here. If you know in the comments, let Square Biz and I know. And Square Biz, do a quick Google search. It's been some shaky ground, I would say. You know what I mean? It's been some shaky ground. And then you would also have to think, Square Biz, if Porsha sat there and allowed Phaedra or didn't say anything back to Phaedra years ago, season 9, you know Shamea been feeling some type of way herself. Any person would feel that type of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but whose fault is it? She chose to continue being Portia's friend.
Yeah, but
So to me, birds of the same feathers flock together. I don't. I'm not blaming Portia 100% and just excusing Shima. No, I know
mhm,
Shima is also wrong
yes,
because she's chose to remain as Portia's friend all these years,
mhm.
and she's still being loyal to her and defending her. So
What we can tell as far as the loyalty. Hold on, Square Biz. You know I love a good debate. That's all we doing, child. Let me read a couple comments and I'm gonna come back to you because from what we can see, Shamea has been loyal, or we thought. But even before this episode that we'll watch tomorrow, where Portia learned that Shamea is, kind of talking about her mama, Shamea been shady this whole season as well to Portia. You know what I'm saying? And having conversations with people other than Portia. Well, hold on, Square Biz. Let me read some comments. Sheila, look, I think it's a tussle, and it's a shame, especially when you get to a certain age. That's sometimes that could play a part in the dynamics of the friendship. Well, you're friends with her and me. That's high school ish to me. But Candy been doing her own little thing when it comes to Portia as well. And Candy came out before season 16 started and said, yeah, no, that friendship done. So now we just seeing it play out, and Candy shouldn't have done that. That's Shamea's friend. Let them attempt to work this out. So I agree with you. Sheila says Shamea better be watching Candy. Candy ain't all that. Candy wants to be back on Real Housewives of Atlanta and thinks Shamea is going to be her ticket back on the show. I see you, Candy. I'm not asleep. Watch out. I think that Bravo may be open to having Candy back at any time. I don't know if she will need Shamea. Candy is a vet, but Candy does not want to work alongside of Phaedra, and we know Phaedra is back. Several CCs are reporting about them this morning. Who, Linda Gamba? Linda's child, can you say it? Who the CC's reporting about? Let me go up. What Lady Vi say? I'm so nosy. Where is it at, Lady Vi? Watch. Next season, we will be hearing about Shamea. Oh, Shamea and her husband having problems. Oh, child. I hope not, because he seems like a good guy. Okay, a couple more comments. I'm going to get back to Square Biz. Candy can go back on Real Housewives if she wants to. She doesn't need Shamea to get back on. Andy Ben said that. I agree with you, Sammy, but she would have to work with Phaedra. And we know the damage that Phaedra tried to do to Candy. So I don't think that Candy is willing to do that. All right. Couple more comments. Porsha never been a good friend. You guys hit the like button. Sweet ass and say it's over. It's over. And peace, love, and light. I saw your comment. I'm glad I just came across it on my desktop. I saw it on my phone earlier. You said, don't know about Dawn, but it will never be the same. You cross lines when kids and moms are involved. Ms. Barstar said, unfortunately, the way Porsha messed with that girl hubby, I don't care for her no more. All right. And positively, DD said, I don't understand how real friendship could end so easily. It's sad. And I agree with you. What we also have to take into account is not only is it what's being said on this show, it is also, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, it is also the public opinions on what's going on. So let me bring up this post and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Everybody dogging Porsha out. Everybody. And it's been that way. So even when it comes to Porsha's post, shout out to the neighborhood talk. They captured it instantly. And I'll read some comments. They said she looking for a reason to hate her because doing it for no reason was getting her hate. So they're saying that Porsha now is saying this to let you guys know, now I got a real reason to show that I don't like her. This person said, wasn't Diane not just sitting on the couch 3 episodes ago talking ish about Shamea with friends like Porsha, you'll never need enemies. And I'm just waiting for somebody to be talking about Shamea in this way over there. This person said, Porsha, please, your mama was the start of this mess. When y'all was at the spa talking about a dog and a bone, remember Miss Diane said that about Shamea carrying a bone. Once you take it to social media, you were never really friends, and there's no coming back from that. I feel strongly about that too. Because look, even if we fall out as friends, we may have a discussion behind the scenes and we may agree to go our separate ways and no longer be friends. But if you got to bring it out here on Mad Day or put it on blast and all of that, yeah, were we really friends? No. But Square Biz, give me your thoughts, sis. I'm going to read some more comments, then we're going to be out of here.
Um, I think sometimes I feel that the friendship between Shima and Porsha is similar to Mia and Jackie's friendship, in that Mia and Jackie's friendship, it's more emotional. It's on an emotional level. And I just have a funny feeling it's the same with Porsha and Shima. We think they are just friends, but it's deeper than that. And it's more on Shima's side. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I do get what you're saying. And look, I agree. Long term friends, I agree with Part. Long term friendships, there's history. So absolutely is more personal. We've done more. We've talked about more. I cried on your shoulder. You cried on mine. Yeah. And you're talking about Mia and Jackie from Real Housewives of Potomac. I
Right.
totally understand what you're saying. But again, Square Biz, we are on the outside looking in. So before we even noticed that there was a rift in Porsha and Shamea'S friendship, because like Sonya said, when Candy and her friends talked about Porsha on the show way back when, Shame'a didn't speak up for Porsha. Another example, you asked for examples. It was Porsha, it was Carmen, it was, what's the guy name that manages Porsha or Candy, that's heavily involved in her life? What's the guy's name, Square Biz? Her friend slash manager slash assistant. I can't think of his name. You guys put it in the chat. But there was a time, and I don't know if this was on Candy's YouTube channel or whatever. Don Juan, thank you. Baby, they was dogging Porsha out. So if you're saying that Shamea has heard things, Porsha has heard things about Shamea, all we saying is it's been that way as well. But give me your thoughts, and then I'm gonna read some comments, and we're gonna be out of here. Give me your final thoughts, Square Biz. And before you give me your final thoughts, well, after you give me your final thoughts on Porsha and Shamea, let me know your thoughts about Simon still being in custody.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're caught with a green card situation. He should have known better than try coming back.
Well, why
So I don't know. I don't know. But I know more on his case regarding the immigration part, but I'm not going to go there. But I feel bad for him, but then he should have known better than try coming in this climate. So I don't know. It's sad he's going to go. I'll never go to court with federal in handcuffs or whatever. No, I don't think I want to do that. So to me, it's just a sad case for me.
Okay,
I
let me ask
mean,
you a quick question.
both of them, I think both of them, karma has gotten to both of them, both Porsha and Simon.
Oh wow, now that's new that you're saying that about Simon.
No.
Yeah, so
Chit chat, chit chat.
come
No, chit chat. All along, I told
yeah,
you,
yeah.
yes, no. My problem with Simon and Porsha was the house. I didn't like the fact that she was living there knowing that his kids, and she threw his kids out. That was my main issue with Porsha. I never liked Porsha, yes. I've never liked it. It had nothing to do with Simon. It had to do with Kenya, the way she treated Kenya and dragged her on the reunion. That's the reason why I've disliked Porsha. It had nothing to do with Simon. With Simon, it had to do with his house. The fact that she took the house knowing that this man had kids, young kids. That
Yeah.
was my issue all along.
Okay, and hold on. And you know that man got multiple houses. You know that man signed a prenup saying that she can get that
Yeah,
house.
he was foolish enough to sign the prenup. I understand that, but then he also has kids,
Right,
and
but hold
Portia
on,
has a
hold on.
house.
And Simon has multiple homes. So game
I don't
ready
know about him having multiple homes.
because
I know he sold one of his houses and then he
okay.
bought this one. So I don't know about multiple homes.
Yeah, well, I remember the debates that we had about that. Even if he don't have multiple homes, he had the means and opportunities to get another home. Simon's kids were not homeless ever. First of all, they lived with their mamas. So
Yeah,
game,
but then they
hold
come to
on,
him.
hold on. Let me finish. Simon tried to be a slickster. So anybody that is in their right mind that sign a prenup with those stipulations, if we divorce, she gets the home. I will pay everything when it comes to that home. That's been our issue. Simon knew what he signed. It would have been different if there was no prenup and all of that specifying that. But let me ask you this. Why haven't they? A couple things. Thank you, Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie said Don Juan. Um, Flower Bloom had a question, but I have a question first. Why haven't they deported him? Why are they holding him? Square Biz.
I'm sorry.
Why
Why are they?
why are they holding him?
It's part of the immigration process. He's not the only one being held. Everyone that was um, taken into ICE is there till they deport you. There was a time they will give you, if you can afford to just pay it yourself and pay the plane ticket and go on your own, then yeah, voluntary leaving by yourself, they'll agree to that. But now they're not even doing that. So I don't know exactly what is going on, but that is what the rules are. They get you, you have to be there till they decide it's time for you to go. So I don't
Okay.
know.
Thank you for that. I guess I was thinking about all the other deportations of the Venezuelans or whatever Trump did with all them other people, child. So I thought they was gonna put Simon on a plane and send him back ASAP. Look, I'm happy to hear partly of your thoughts, all of your thoughts. Don't get me wrong, but that you do understand that Simon is to blame. You standing on what you feel about the house. But Tish said, stop coddling him. Keisha said, period. That was to me. Beverly Ann said, right. So the kids were fine. And then Tish Baby said, Simon just met his match. And Square Biz, you know, I've been telling you that. Porsha outslicked the slickster. Your boy Simon said, I always have a U-Haul truck waiting outside when I'm done with them. And guess who had to move they shit in that U-Haul truck, Square Biz?
Yeah, I
Simon.
mean, he was a fool to agree to that prenup, but then she's also making all this money from this show. And during the divorce, don't they have community property they have to share? So in the end, she's not really going to get much from this divorce.
Yeah, well,
So
she'll cross that bridge when she get to it. But
yeah,
as for,
but it still will happen. So
look, as for now, he agreed to this. He agreed that I would get this house. Simon saw that ass, and Portia saw that cash. Square bid.
right.
You know I've
So
been
their karma, both of them karma has
all I've been
got
wanting.
them.
Yes, ma'am. Square biz, I love you. That's all I've been wanting to hear for you for damn near year now.
Chit
Baby,
chat, you have not been listening to me. you
no, because no, I have been listening to you because you have stood on the fact that Portia needs to get out that damn house. I stood on the fact that Simon signed that prenup saying she did. I don't care if she got money. I don't care if she still got another house and her mama living in it. I don't care about any of that. What I cared about is what Simon agreed to.
No, but you see, the reason why they are going to court again, he's going to fight and he's dying to go to court is because, according to him, he's only agreed to that prenup because she wasn't working. They had agreed that she wouldn't work. So
Okay.
once she started working, it changed things. So that's why he's going to court. He's dying to go to court to fight that. So I know he signed it, yes, but he's saying that he did it because of
No,
her
ma'am.
not working.
No, man. Let me say this. I could have been working when I signed my paperwork to buy a home. I get what you're saying, but just hear me out. I could have been working when I went and got a new car and they finance me. All these companies finance me. Legal documentation is legal documentation. Ain't no, well, first of all, Square Biz, that was game. She was working before she married him. And that is a narc move, a controlling move. And I want you to be dependent on me move. I don't want you to work now. I got you. I'm going to give you this allowance every month. But if you don't do some shit that I say, guess what? I'm going to stop giving you that allowance. Porsha was set with money before Simon. And that part that you just said is not in the prenup.
No, we don't know what is in the prenup. And for him to
know
be
what's
going to court to fight it, that tells me there's something in the pre-court, there's some conditions.
to
He
you.
signed it, yes. Not to me. I don't know what is in the prenup, and you don't know either. But
So
he
say
knows
your
what is in the prenup. For him to be
Right, but
paying
this-
all these attorneys to go back to court
We're back.
to fight it, there must be something in the prenup
You
that
know,
may help him
okay.
that we
Okay.
don't know.
I
That's
respect
all.
that. I respect that. But let me say this to you, Square Biz. I don't know if it's something in the prenup. You're right. And but what I do know is Simon been messy as hell.
Yeah,
What
he
I do
has.
know,
And she has
Simon.
also been messy.
Okay, let me finish. Simon was a Portia wasn't saying anything in the beginning. Square Biz, you know
She
that.
did. She
She, you,
did.
come on now. Let me finish. Hold on. Stop that. Stop. Listen. Portia wasn't doing nothing or saying anything on social media. And Square Biz, your boy, was on Instagram every day. Every day. A post here. 9 o'clock in the morning, at noon, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Let me throw this in my stories. Let me drop down on the shade room. Let me drop down over there on Neighborhood Talk. He met his match, Square Biz. And we both will find out what's in that prenup. But I'll tell you why I say it wasn't in the prenup. Because while Simon was out, while Simon and Porsha was going to court for this divorce, it's been a year. Porsha filed in February of 2024. Simon was taken into custody February 2025. Simon upheld what was in that prenup, meaning paying that mortgage, utilities, security company, and everything else. So, Square Biz, you should know that if the judge looked at that prenup initially before they enforced that part, and they saw it was also said that Miss Williams could not go back to work, and if she did, the prenup is invalid, void, and invalid. Square Biz, come on now. You know if that was in there, then how did we get here? Porsha would have been out that house. Simon wouldn't have been upholding his part in that prenup. He got all slicked, and it's okay. It's a win for Porsha. It's a win for a woman to me, because Simon is not new to this. He true to this. Simon had 5, 6 different women. Square Biz, I know you remember when they first separated and Simon was out in all them Ferraris and Rolls Royces with multiple different women, and he was in Dubai, and he was in Florida. He was in all of that. Can you let me know if you've seen Porsha with anybody? Square Biz.
He had in his court document, he says she's been with that woman, and then there was a Kelvin Owusu, and then there was another guy. He's accusing her of being with other people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not around her. I don't know what she does.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say she's been with somebody. And the fact that I haven't seen it online doesn't mean that she's not doing it. So
Well, what
I don't
I was
know.
asking you though was online, because we seen Simon. Simon was the man, baby. Simon, come on now, Square Biz. You know,
But she had filed for a divorce. So are you saying that he needs to just sit there and wait?
No, I made that point to say that he was the one that was doing all the taunting and all of this. It was him.
Because of what she was also doing. You see,
No,
that's the thing. Porsha
that's
is
what
very
I'm asking
sneaky.
you. What was she doing?
Porsha is very sneaky. She doesn't do things online. She's doing things behind the scene.
But if it's behind the scene, do you
And
know that?
he's
Hold
trying
on.
to defend himself, and he chooses to come online to do it online.
No,
That
ma'am.
is his choice. I would not do that.
I'm
But
not
that's
gonna allow you to coddle him, because you don't know what she was doing behind the scenes.
and I don't know what he was doing, and I don't know what she was doing. We're only speculating.
But the way that you're saying it is like it was fact. And
No, it's not fact. No.
so to me, that's coddling.
I'm telling you
Yeah,
based
but
on what I read in the court document. This is what he's
I don't know
accusing
that.
her of.
I don't know that. I don't know that. I ain't seen no court docs. Only thing we talking about is how this was handled publicly. And look, no matter how you feel about the home or whatever else, I do think that you should just be able to say, yeah, he was out of control on social media. Not because she did this, because she hurt him. That man, again, is not new to this. He true to this. She out slicked that ass. She out slicked him. It's a win to me. Did she get with him in the manner that she got with him? Yes. Was he married? Yes. First person that knew that they was married? Yes, was Simon. So I do blame Porsha and Simon for how they got together, but they got together. She got look, it is a win, Square Biz. I know you don't want to hear it. I
No,
know
it's a win. Yeah, I
when
understand,
you chat.
sis. I understand. Yeah, she got the house. She's still living in the house. But then she's also accruing all these lawyer fees. The divorce is not over yet. What is she going to get? There's a whole lot to it. There's a
Good
whole
for
lot to it. So
her.
I'm not just focused on just the house. Yeah, she got the house. She's not paying mortgage. She's not paying. Yeah, but there are other things she's also losing. So it's not a win-win to me.
I
Both
didn't.
of them were wrong, and they have to deal with the consequences.
Yes, they do. And they're gonna do that right there in court, child. It looks like your boy may be brought up in court in shackles.
Yep.
Biz.
And he asked for it. He put himself into that. He has
And
no one to blame but himself.
yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. You know, uh, um, just for the type of man that Simon is and was. Again, Simon know that a lot of these women that he got with, it was an equal opportunity. He wanted something from them, whether it was the younger, fresher, i.e., the Diddy and Cassie situation. They look good on his arm and all of that, or he wanted the fame. So when Simon got with Porsha, he wanted the fame that comes with Porsha. He let it be known. And also, Square Biz, real quick, the part about him not wanting her to work. Porsha came back out, dogged. I don't know where. I just saw it it was about a week or two ago. Her and Simon both were going to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's what they agreed to. So Simon didn't get mad because Porsha decided to go back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Simon was ready until Porsha busted that ass and flew over there to Dubai Valentine's Day and busted her husband Square Biz with another one.
No, that's not correct. That is not true.
It is.
Okay.
Now,
I'm going to leave it here.
okay, let me
I'm
tell
going
you
to
this.
leave it here.
This is what I want you to do. I want you to either, if you can, send me the documents that you say you got. I'll blur out all of the information because right now it's just hearsay. And I know how you feel about the situation. You know I love a good debate. That's all this is a good debate. Send me what you got. And if I got to come back out here and apologize and say, oh my God, I see in the documents that Square Biz say she got from court and all of that, I promise you I'll come back out here and address it. But for now, let me see if I got something to play with this. I ain't saying this
I'll
to you.
send it to you. I'll send them to you.
Yeah,
There's a couple of them. There's a whole lot. So I'll send them to you.
Send it all, child. I can't wait. Square Biz, this what I'm about to play is not to you, it's to Simon. Let me play on Debbie's theme song. Because for me, as for now.
Hey, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. About none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
I don't give a F about nothing when it comes to old Simon Gubadia. But Square Biz, real quick. Somebody asked this. How is it a legit marriage if Simon didn't use his real name? Flower Bloom also said, I'm just confused about Simon and Porsha. If Simon is not his real name, then who is he, Square Biz?
He's using the name that he came from Africa with, and that's what immigration has.
Stolen name, Square Biz, the fake green card.
He has a fake green card, and immigration allowed him to go in and out of the country for the past 20 years. Is immigration that stupid to allow him to be going back and forth for 20 years using an incorrect name? Come on, people. Come on.
now Square
There's
Biz,
some things that are just, it's just common sense. How can
Square Biz, Square Biz. Let me ask you because I know. No, I ain't gonna ask you that. Immigration has been backlogged for years. You know that. And look, Simon. Well, not really Simon Child. That's not even his real name. But whoever he is was doing fine, going back and forth and all of that. He decided to sue the government, and he under a fake ass name, Square Biz. Now, Square Biz.
that was the reason why he decided to sue them, because he feels that if I'm using the wrong name and I've committed all these crimes and you guys accusing me of this and that, why will you allow me to stay in this country for 30 years knowing that I'm a criminal, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that? So that's the reason why. I don't know the full reason why. I don't know him, so I don't know the full. But from what I've been reading, it looks like he's challenging immigration because they've allowed him to stay in the country for 30 years, and now he's trying to file for citizenship, and you are saying no. And so he doesn't see. He wants the court to step in, and yeah, they stepped in and they denied him. But he had, yeah, I would not go to take immigration to court, but he felt the need to because they've allowed him to stay in the country for 30 years. You can't tell me the place they are backed up for 30 years and they haven't got into his case for 30 years. There's
Okay.
more to this story than we are
Let me
talking,
say
we are
this.
saying.
All right.
So
Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Because you know we can go on and on and on. Square Biz, it has been proven that Simon was I don't want to say deported years ago, kicked out of the US. Okay. And just because Simon was able to come back under a fake earth name and get away with it for years, that don't mean Square Biz that it's not illegal. And if they were backlogged, if they let him slip and slide, if whatever, the fact is that's not that man's name. Simon ain't Simon, Square Biz. And you know that. You know that, Square Biz.
no,
Yes,
Chicha,
you know.
remember, no, listen, please listen 1 minute.
All right.
In this very season, Portia said whenever she travels with him, when they get to the airport, they're coming back, they detain him
Yeah.
for hours before they leave him, because that record of the criminal activities, it's on his record. So yeah, the immigration officers have to go through it, and then once they find out that okay, what the truth is, they let him go. There is more to this story than we are sitting here and going on. And at this point, you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm not going to continue because it's too big for me. I know
It's
what I know, and you know what you know, and I respect what you know, and I'll just leave it at that.
okay. Well, I don't want to upset you in any
No,
way.
no, I'm not upset. I just don't want to be. This is an immigration issue, and people. I can see people the comments and
They
all
call
that stuff. I don't want to get into this. I'm not an immigration officer. I know
yeah,
what I know, and you guys know what you know, and we'll leave it at that.
right. And what we know is Simon's ass is locked up for being over here under a fake name, being involved in all type of criminal activities. That's what we know, Square Biz.
Yeah, but then he's
There's
been fighting it. And they've allowed him to stay here. I can't see how they can allow
it don't
someone to stay
matter.
here for 30 years.
Do you see
Come
sweet ass?
on, it's common
Hold on.
sense.
Do you
It's
see
common
sweet?
sense.
So look, maybe they wanted some of that illegal money. Look, the government is crooks as well. That's another video.
Mhm.
That's another video. They crooks as
Okay.
well. So maybe they want to say,
You
look,
said that, not me.
I said it, child. But when it comes to Simon, he's one as well. So I don't care if he was able to slip and slide in and out the door. Get past checkpoints, be held
Teacher,
back.
teacher, let's stop this.
I'm in the
Let's
middle
let's
of
stop this topic,
I'm in
please.
the middle.
Please.
No, okay. All right. Well, Square
I'm
Biz,
gonna
go ahead
go.
and drop down. I love you, Square Biz.
Me too,
We
me
gonna
too.
finish.
I'll send you the information you need.
Okay, yeah, send it to
Okay.
me.
Okay, sis.
Send it.
Thank you.
But I'm
I'm
still
gonna go.
okay, Square Biz. Have a great
Okay. You
Saturday,
too.
sis.
Bye bye.
Tonight for Diddy and Cassie, if you can handle it, child. Let me finish saying what I'm saying. Simon is a goddamn crook. I don't care what Square Biz say. I love me some Square Biz. No, man. We will not do that here. We will not do that here. There's a lot of Simons out here that may not even be that are American citizens, born here, black. And if I can come out here and talk about these Negroes that was born here, I'm going to talk about Simon's ass as well. All this week, we've been talking about DDG. We have talked about Blueface. We have talked about Martell. We talked about Shannon Sharp. We talked about Simon ain't special. And Porsha outslicked that ass. Kudos to Porsha. It is a win for me. When you bold enough to say, I keep a U-Haul truck outside the house for the women when I'm done with them, and you the one that end up loading your shit up in that U-Haul, baby, it is a win. Now, Square Biz, you know I love you. Simon is too facially challenged to have been operating the way that he was operating, but we know he was operating that way because of the money. And he felt like his money was going to keep him in the U.S. His money was going to keep these women where he use them and discard them when he's done and buy him a new one. And she outslicked that ass. Okay. She outslicked. Peace, love, and light gonna buy me a drink, child. Baby, this is not the first time. Okay, what is my Cash App, child? Peace, love, and light. Thank you in advance, sis. I'll definitely take you up on that drink at some point. What is my Cash App, child? Here it is. Look, I can go on and on and on. We're not doing that, Square Biz, just because. And I'm just gonna remove Square Biz because Square Biz, you know that we debate. So don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. And we also have to understand when there is a debate, most times you may have some people that agree with you and you may have some people that don't. So it's okay. I get that you say the people in the comments were saying too much, and I probably was too, child. And I just have to continue. I have zero pity for Simon. I hope they deport his ass. Go run game over there on the women in your country. But as far as these documents that you signed, that prenup where you ain't give a damn about your own goddamn kids, you think I'm about to come out here now and say, but what about his kids? Shit, he ain't care about his kids when he signed the prenup. Brittany. Brittany, not Florida Evans, twin brother child. I think I got Florida. Damn. Child, that's what Simon's saying right there. Why being held, Brittany Janae. Brittany, you a mess. You are a mess. Not Florida Evans, brother child. Let me read some comments and get on up out of here. Ooh, child, how did we get here? Who was that? Hold on. Thank you so much for the Ooh, child. Thank you so much for the Cash App is all I gotta say. Look, Square Biz, when you click these links, says we gotta be ready. You gotta put that armor on you. Be willing just to accept everything that may come your way. But I will say to Square Biz, and we're gonna get out of here, I haven't seen not nan comment that agree that Simon is the victim. I'm scrolling. Let me see, child. Anybody? Let me go back up. She needs to be his immigration lawyer. All this defending. She doing, child, not too much on Square Biz. Not too much on Square Biz. And Coffee, thank you. Coffee says she don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, but just here to support. I appreciate you. Sammy, go away from me with this. I'm wondering who's paying the mortgage now. Sonia, and maybe this is what Square Biz mean when it comes to Simon and all his money in these banks and all of that, but I am under the impression that it is still automatically being withdrawn, child. from their accounts. So Simon is still allegedly paying, as he should. He agreed to it. It is what it is. Exactly. They thoroughly review him every time and let him in. You are right. All right, Kim M. Say they let him in. Keisha said he abused it as well. So Square Biz, if you listening, says Kim M agreed with you. They let him in. They did, but let me ask you guys this. Let's say I was a bank robber. And let's say I just happened to rob a Chase Bank right down the street. You think I'm going back up in Chase Bank? Anybody, just let me know before we go. You think I'm going to go back up in that exact Chase Bank? So if you know that the government has been letting you slip and slide, you get off the plane, they say, sir, we need to see you. They go through whatever. And please believe, Simon got money. So he probably had where when I go through these checkpoints, it's going to check out. When I go through, it's going to check out. But why keep putting yourself in that predicament? Karma is real, and I don't even want to call it karma. Eventually, if you are operating in a way that you know that you shouldn't be operating with, it's going to come to an end. So although that they continue to let him in, why did he keep coming in? He should have sat his ass down somewhere. Simon wanted to be on TV, on reality TV, bringing attention to himself. Simon wanted to be on Instagram, cutting up. Simon wanted to sue the government, knowing damn well Simon ain't even his name. So who's at fault? Them letting him in or him being a dummy ass? Yeah, dummy ass. I'm sorry. They were just building their case. Say it, Nicole. Say it. They probably saying, look at this Negro here. Now, he know he ain't supposed to be flying. He know he ain't even supposed to be here. And I can guarantee you that lawsuit that Simon will have to face after he's done with his divorce with Porsha, that lawsuit that he filed against the government, guess what they gonna have? Exactly what Nicole A. just said. Everything. They gonna have his real name. And when we put him out the country before in 1975, and here it is, 2025, he back. Come on now. She can't blame Porsha. Honestly, the president is the reason Simon has been detained. Good point. Good. Square Biz is not worth debating. Yeah, I hope I ain't get her pressure up. I hope I ain't get Square Biz pressure up. But Square Biz already know we've had these same type of conversations to the same level that we've had it just now before. And I love Square Biz. Look, she ran for Simon. It is what it is. I ain't mad at her. Coco Lee said he's a fraud, criminal, plain and simple. Heck, is Simon even his real name? It's not. Peace, love, and light says, you are amazing. Thank you again for the Cash App, and let me properly thank you. First, let me put Florida back up here because Brittany Janaden brought her messy earth. Damn, Simon. Thank you. Peace, love, and light. Money, 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 money. 249 of you are over here watching me acting a complete fool. I ain't fooling with you, Brittany Janae. Go away from me. Go away. Square Biz, don't worry. You will be vindicated. You are correct. They allowed him to stay. They declined his citizenship, but said he can stay. They did kick him out until he filed for that lawsuit. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. I'm not trying to laugh at you, Kim. Kia. I'm sorry, Kia. I promise you, I'm not. I just got a little chuckle out of that because everything that you're saying still boils down to Simon not being here legally. So yes, they allowed him to stay for quite some time. Yes, they declined his citizenship. But Kia, I have a question for you. When they declined his citizenship, please let me know if you think it was right that Simon said, well, they declined my citizenship. Well, they deported me 30 years ago. But guess what? I'm going to come back over there and I'm going to use my cousin named Simon. Come on now. Come on, Kia. He filed that lawsuit, and that's why his ass is where he at. I ain't got no pity for him. I'm sorry. I hear what you said. And shout out to Kia M and Square Biz. Seriously. Drew. Oh, is that his real name, Sonya? It's Simon's name, Drew, because Sonya just said Drew is a fool. How you gonna marry someone you've known for less than a year and you didn't get? Oh, you talking about Drew and Ralph, girl? I was about to say. Speaking of Drew, I'm gonna read some more comments. Then I gotta get out of here. I got yard work to do. I gotta make a run, and then I'm coming back tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. But Drew is clapping back, Sonya, to Porsha as well. So you guys know last week when we watched, Porsha had all the ladies to come out and meet up, and they all had their feathers and all of that. And this was for Porsha's Pampered by Porsha's brand. And so somebody said, I hope Drew got paid for this. And Porsha said, yes, the beautiful Drew was paid by Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was at work. And then Drew said, I mean, by those standards, I was also at work on her birthday trip. Clap back. Because Porsha tried to make it a big deal. Why is Drew celebrating my birthday? Why is she here? Why is she here? Drew said, look, I was at work, chick. Just like I was that time. See, y'all got me acting fool. Sammy, Gia, all of y'all. Kia, M. Kia said, thank you, Kia. Kia said, great live chit chat. I laugh so hard. There are other forms of visas that require renewal. Child, Kia, thank you for the super chat. Let me properly thank you before I say. I want to show you I'm grateful, child. Money, 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 money. I thank you, Kia. I wanted to make sure I acknowledge you, but ain't no proper forms that's going to require a renewal if you already been busted being over here illegally. Kia, next time, join me on the panel. Square Biz will love the support. I would love the discussion. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you like Simon to Hibiscus? Let me know. And look, it's not like I dislike Simon, but yeah, I dislike how Simon was gloating about how he treat women. And for me, I don't care what race you are, what nationality, none of that. I don't give a F about none of that. Okay. Period. But anyway, this person told Drew, stop letting them play in your face. And Drew said, they say all these things and do them behind my back in scenes where I'm not present. I can't wait for our face-to-face at the reunion. So Drew is ready. Drew is ready for Porsha. But child, look, I'm over here cutting up like it's a Friday night and it is a Saturday morning. Sammy say, I will be subjected to prosecution. He jacked it. Lay low. Yeah, lay low in Whitney voice. That fool was flying in and out. Let me see what Philly say. Philly said the feds will get you eventually, just like tax evasion. Folks eventually get caught and have to pay. That's it. That's all, Philly girl. We can joke about it. We can talk about it. And yeah, I don't want to serious us out, but I'm going to serious us out just for a quick second. There's been a lot of people that's been able to get away with a lot of things for years. ABUs, physical, verbal, mental, financial. There's a lot of people that's been able to get away with ish For years. We can go on and on and on. So yeah, no. Okay, Sammy, I ain't about to have no pity for Simon just because he was able to, like Philly girl said, evade, coming in here like he legal. Ciao. Okay, Sammy, you said read the comment before that. Where is it? Read the top comment before that one. All right, let me scroll up. I'm looking for Sammy. Reality TV has brought so many people to justice and caused people to divorce after their lifestyle is exposed. Valeria or Valeria, I always say that. Look at the Judices, Teresa and Juicy Joe. You are absolutely right. Hey, Simone, you are absolutely right. A lot of people get caught up. Okay, here it is. Sammy say, all I'm going to say is the fine print on the application for a green card where you sign your signature. It says, I certify that the information provided is true, and if knowingly provide false info, it says, Sammy, let me get to the other one. I will be subject to prosecution. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. So, Simon was able to out slick and they caught his ass. That's just it. But when it comes to us tomorrow, Patreon, it looks like we're going to have Patreon and the Cutie crew. It looks like we're going to have an awesome discussion tomorrow while watching what made Porsha get up and come out here and let loose on Shamea'S. And if you didn't hear what Porsha had to say, she told a wrong road. Wrong road. Don't F with my mama. Wrong road. So we'll be watching it tomorrow on Patreon. We start at 4:45 p.m. my time, which is 6:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. Join us over there. If you aren't a Patreon member, the link is in the chat. Yeah, I can't wait. But as far as you guys, Coco Lee, I'm going to have to read your comment. This was fun. And I'll be back throughout the week, weekends, Fridays, all of the above. Coco Lee said, it's insane to think a woman should give up her livelihood in respect to her husband's wishes, but have to walk away with nothing because he ended up being a fraud. Say it again. And I believe Porsha. Look, Porsha married the man for money. Let me say that. But I believe Porsha when she said that she thought that he was legit. She thought that he was legit. And yeah, she should not. Do y'all know how tipsy Porsha probably had to be to climb in bed with Simon Cha? She deserved every penny. I'm sorry. That's all the mess y'all getting from me today. I love you guys. Shout out. Linda Gamble said it is 227 likes, 233 were watching at that time. Shout out to about 290 of you or so that joined me and got messy on this Saturday morning. Join me this evening. If you're going to be home, join me this evening. I will be live. And again, I will be talking about everything. And I'm going to remove my personal feelings because, look, believe Black women, stand with women. No means no. The grooming allegations, the Stockholm syndrome, the all of the above. But tonight we're gonna teeter the line because I want to know from you guys if Cassie was allegedly involved in this same lifestyle, similar, only it wasn't called a freak off, with a man that she had dated for 3 years, allegedly started dating him at 16. That means he was 26 at the time. Ryan Leslie in the industry. And if her and Ryan shared these same sexual escapades before Diddy, we'll talk about it. I don't even want to get into it too much right now. Yes, ma'am, Philly girl. I'm about to go live right now. Cutie crew, because I'm not sharing that publicly. Cutie crew, join me as quick as I can make a title. That's how live we will be. But let's see. Do I have that here? If you want to do a mock trial for the first week's happenings of the Diddy trial, we'll go over what Cassie had to say to the prosecution, what the defense came back with, what's come to light about a lot of the things. And if you want to join me tonight for a mock trial, and I think I'll only be able to do that weekly, join me. The channel is in the chat, QTTV. Join me, join me, join me. But I love you guys. I'm out of here. I wish I could leave some, read some more comments. But before it gets hot, I got to get out in my yard. Shout out to Square Biz. We love you, sis. Send me those docs. I will come out here and apologize. But make sure to send me that doc from Simon as well that he signed that prenup, okay? He signed that. All right, guys. Love you guys. Thank you for joining me. If you did not hit the like button, please hit that like button on your way out. Make sure you are subscribed. Share the video with your friends. You guys were live this morning. Look at Sammy, a whole thug, talking about Diane could get it. Sammy, no. Sammy. No, Sammy. All right, we out of here. Thank you guys again for joining me. I'll see you guys later today, and I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.